I found this sewing shop called Miley, and they have a bunch of different fabrics and notions. I'm gonna go in here and see if I can find some fabric. I'm in the city of Pomona, which is where Miley is located, and I've been here once before. The lady who was working in here told me the store is actually closing. She said they're not ordering any more fabric, and so whenever whatever they have is gone, then they will be closing. And she said she anticipated maybe a year that they'll be closing. And I was like, oh man, because I had just found them. This is just my second time coming here, but I really like their inventory. And right now, because they're closing, they have like a huge sale on pretty much everything in the store. Bags of fabric, or I don't know if these are scraps, but $3. It's a bunch of knit, a lot of like just different things that you can use to make different things. A lot. I wish I had known about this store sooner. I definitely would have been coming here. I just recently found out about it. I want to make a jacket, and so I'm actually going to be looking for some buckles and maybe some buttons, but I'm gonna look for fabric first, and then if I find the fabric I want, then I'll go ahead and look for the notions to go along with it. Speaking of buckles, here's some right here. A lot of different buckles, different sizes. Look at these like straps, I guess. All kinds of stuff. Look at this thread. Different thread. The screen is so dark, I'm sorry. It's lighter up here. Look at these buckles. Okay, let me go find some fabric, hopefully. ended up picking up this twill fabric, and then I picked up some buckles, these buckles here, and then some interfacing. And these buttons I picked up from Joann Fabrics, and I bought all of this to go ahead and start working on Know Me 2089. And I want to combine the views. So I want to make view B, but I want to have the sleeve tabs that are on view A. I cut out a total of 12 pieces, which are all the pieces in the pattern. And the smallest size in this pattern is a 10, so I did cut out a size 10. And there is a front belt on this jacket. For the belt piece that goes around the waist, I did cut out the biggest size, which is an 18. And the reason is because when I have a belt that goes around my waist in a coat or a jacket, I always like to tie the belt around as opposed to buckling it and putting it through the prongs. So I figured if I left the belt or made the belt longer, I would be able to tie it around my waist comfortably. And yeah, I think that's going to be fine. I thought I was going to have to add some length, but it looks like this is going to work out just fine. So yeah, I cut a size 18 just for the belt piece. I have quite a bit of faux leather scraps, so I decided that I want to make the front overlay in faux leather. So that's going to be this part here, this portion. So I didn't have a big enough piece of faux leather, so I just stitched 2 pieces together with my serger. I should have used a matching thread, but I just went with the white. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And the good thing is for the overlay, you only need 1 piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. I'm going to cut out 2 1-inch strips of faux leather fabric, and I am planning to go ahead and put those across the sleeve as an embellishment. So I measured down from my shoulder, and I'm going to come down 12 inches, and I'm going to put a strip across, and then I'm going to come down another inch from the 12-inch line or mark, and then I'm going to put another strip of faux leather across the sleeve when I get to that point. I'm just doing this to one sleeve, so I just placed 1 strip along one of the lines here, and then the other strip is along this other line here. The lines are 1 inch apart, and then I'm just going to stitch straight down each side, and this won't fray, so I'm not worried about finishing the ends or the sides. I'm just going to stitch right on top. I'm using a Teflon foot, and my stitch length is 3.5. The faux leather stable knit is all attached to the sleeve now. This is the overlay piece. I did use contrasting thread to finish it off. The facing is in the woven fabric. So this is how it looked, and of course this is the piece that I had to put 2 pieces together in order to cut out the whole pattern piece. The overlay piece is going to go on the top of the front piece. This is the right side, this is the right side up here on the top, and there was supposed to be a button here, but I'm not going to put a button there on mine. I'm about to attach the front of the jacket to the back of the jacket. The back of the jacket has a tuck. I love that. I love that little detail. Here's a quick little sneak peek at how the jacket is looking so far. I'm ready to move on. I think the next step is working on the collar now. I'll be working on the epaulets next, and they will be going on the shoulder area. There will be a buttonhole and then a button that is attached in the shoulder area on each side of the jacket. I have the epaulets on, 1 sleeve, and then I put all the belt loops on. I wanted the sleeve that has the faux leather on it to be on the same side as the overlay. So this is how the other sleeve is looking. Well, actually this is how both sleeves are looking in the jacket now. I'm finished with all the buttons that need to be added. I also hemmed the sleeve, and now I'm going to work on the belts. This is one of the belts for the sleeve, and I'm going to thread it through this here. So I'm going to take the flat end. One end is flat and one end has a point. And I'm going to put the flat end around the bar. So just get it around the bar. Once I get it around, I am going to pull it through a little bit and then stitch it down. And then I will take the opposite end with the pointy side, and then I'm going to thread this through here. Oops. Thread this through here, and then thread it again through here, through this bar. And then I can pull it out, and then I'll have a circle, and then this is going to be what is around the sleeve. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on one sleeve and work on the other one next. Here's the finished jacket. I really like it. I did end up adding those metal pieces to the end of the belt. And let me show you the back. The back. I'm not sure if I will tie the belt like I thought I would, because when I tie it, I did not keep in mind that the jacket is cropped. So when I tie it, it kind of distorts the look of the jacket. So I don't know. I kind of like it tied up, as long as I play with the bottom and kind of straighten it out a little bit. Maybe it will work. Maybe. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, I think I do kind of like that. It kind of makes it have like a peplum look to it. So I guess that could be kind of cute. But yeah, here is the finished look. And I like the way the sleeves turned out. Oh, speaking of sleeves, my sleeves were way too long. I had to do like a 3-inch hem. So that's just something for me to keep in mind. And maybe if you make this, to keep in mind that the sleeves might be a bit long. And let me see if there was anything else. Okay, yeah, no, I wrote down a couple things, but I think I told you everything that I wanted to mention. So yeah, here's the finished look. Y'all, I am always doing something. Guess what I just did? I just signed up to take a Spanish class in person twice a week. I've been wanting to learn Spanish, and I've been trying to teach myself over the years, but today I was like, I am going to do this for real. I didn't want to do any apps like on the phone. I've done those, and I wanted something, you know, where I can actually converse with someone else, and something where I can actually speak to someone like a teacher or a student if I have questions. So I'm so excited. My class should start in a couple weeks. I bought my book, and yes, I'm so happy.